Sadhu. So, dear Dharma friends, when we carry this human body, we always have to struggle with the pain. And that is a major thing in our life. Morning to night, night to morning. We trying to deal with the physical and mental pain, physical and psychological pain. And sometimes it is not easy. But is there any way that you can deal with this, or you can understand this and you can bring a solution rather than getting irritated yourself or disappointed yourself or fighting with it? Because the very important thing to understand, we cannot destroy the pain because it is a part of the world. And but the very nature of the pain, how it become painful to us. Pain is something, and you get hurt out of it, or you get it as painful, is something else. So mainly the physical pain, there is a way that our brain, our nerve system has a method to deal with it, bear with it, go with it. And if you deeply observe, you can recognize it. But in between this physical pain and the mind, we have behavior. That behavior is always come from the past. So that behavior is always trying to change that pain. And sometimes the way we take it as pain, or the behavior we trying to change the pain, is become more painful than the origin of the pain. Because the pain itself not something solid or entity going to exist forever. It always change. So then how you can come out of the pain and stay away getting hurt? It can be physical or mental, but in the beginning you have to practice with the physical. Why? Because your mind can locate it, and your mind can recognize it, and that more comfortable and that is more visible for us to practice. So is there a way that you can experience the pain without painful feelings? Is there a way, is it is possible for you to go through the pain without getting hurt? When the pain arises, if you become the center for that pain, that is where the pain become painful. When you become the center, I am, so I have this, I feel this. But when the pain arises, forgetting or letting go the self-centered idea, when you start to observe, when you attend to recognize the pain, in that recognition, there is no pain. Listen very carefully. When you observe any pain with the self-centered mind, so then you are separate from the pain. then you trying to maintain it or you trying to do something for that. But if you let go the self-centered idea, I feel this, my knee, my back, my shoulder, my head. So like that, if you come out of that self-centered idea or labeling the place, your pain, and if you start to observe, in that observation, in that attention, there is no pain. Still you experience it, but it is not going to be kind of like the painful feelings. So it is more different than the pain you experience from outside. So contemplating the pain and will take you to that experience, and contemplating the sensation take you to that experience. That is physical. But more than that, we have to understand we have psychological pain. We are mentally more wounded through in this sansaric journey because of many situations. It happened knowingly or unknowingly. Even in this very lifetime, we got hurt many times in our life. And we have many damages in our mind and in our heart. And we have many kind of space or the gap created through different situations which we cannot go back and fix. That mental pain is more stronger, more dangerous than your physical pain. So this mental pain held by the memory or the incidents, the event that happened in your past, and itself it hold by as life. So sometimes we say my life miserable, my life painful, my life is so sad, my life with full of worry. So that's mean that we take this as life, the memory as life, incidents as life. This mental, this psychological pain, when it is inside us, what is happening, it has power to create certain kind of situation inside us, even though physically we don't go with that situation, and again and again and again and again, it create we are mentally go through the same situation. And then what is happening, more than the healing, we again and again get wounded. So then how you can recover from it? Because it is very necessary for your life to experience this moment, because this moment is very fresh new moment. But if you come to this moment with your wounded mind, painful mind, and you cannot see this moment, what is happening, that pain going to reflect through everything around you. And then you again see the pain again and again and again. So then remember the same technique that you use to your physical pain, to observe it and not to categorize it, or without self-centered mind. When you see the pain and itself, you're going to come out of it. So then whatever the mental pain that you carry, the very thing is, it become painful when you become the center, I am. But if you able to observe this, so whatever the incident happen, if you sit for a moment and start to observe very carefully, Go in details, moment by moment, slowly, without getting angry, without getting mad, without getting disappointed, with the equanimity, the balanced mind. If you go little by little, and then what will happen? You start to recognize that things happen according to necessary conditions in that very moment. It's not going to happen today. And today it's completely physically, psychologically, you are in a different place. So once you understand that, it will help you to heal yourself. So otherwise, don't carry this pain, or don't go with this wounded mind to the future. So the meditation is kind of like you're doing deeper surgery yourself. And when you do that little by little, slowly, you have to be very careful. You cannot do it so quickly. You cannot be hurried. You have to be attentive. You, with the mindful, clear mind, you have to do this. And you cannot do any kind of tools for that. You have to use the exactly right tools to get out of it. So there are two kind of meditation methods, Kusala Bhavana and Akusala Bhavana. Kusala Bhavana means whatever you have done in your life, like something good, when you remind it again and again, it creates a certain kind of power, attitude inside you to repeat that action again and in a better way. So whatever you have done good action in the past, if you remind it again and again, tomorrow you can do it more better way. The same thing with the akusala bhavana. Akusala bhavana means whatever related with the greed, hatred, or the delusion you have done in the past. If you got disappointed, upset, sad, worry, that sadness, worry, or disappointment, when you remind again and again and again and again, tomorrow, what will happen? You create a current to happen that again and again with the more deeper, more stronger way. So then you have to be very careful, because what you think, you become. Mano pubbangama dhamma, mano setta manomaya. Mind is the forerunner, mind is the creator. So you are responsible for your life, for your moment. It is your choice. Are you going to carry that all the disappointment, unhappiness, sadness, worry, or the mental pain, whatever that you accumulated from yesterday to tomorrow? So today is the moment you can drop that everything and you can come out of it. Because if you decide not to get hurt yourself anymore, from that point, you're not going to have a mental pain. When you become heal cure yourself with this mental pain, the physical pain is nothing, because physical pain always has a way that your brain will take care of that. And there are doctors, there are medicine, there are many kind of pharmaceutical products to get out of this pain, physical pain. Somehow we can handle it. But the mental pain is not like that. It is more dangerous because it go beyond the life. It go beyond the death, and it go with you in this samsaric journey. So then remember yourself, be very careful, whatever in your mind, and it become more stronger tomorrow. It's not going to be the same like today. It become more stronger tomorrow. So then today look yourself. If you have any mental pain, psychological pain yourself, with the effort, come out of it, and knowingly that it is everywhere. Don't personalize it. Don't hold and don't get with the self-centered mind. The very basic technique is, when you become the center for any pain, physical or psychological pain, it becomes painful. But if you come out of the center and if you observe, because in that observation there is no center. So when there is no center, you come out of it. You are not responsible for that. But if you become the center, remember, you're going to carry it with. So the very basic technique you have to do in everyday life, whatever happen, physical or mental, physical or psychological, and whatever happen, don't get into that with the centered mind. It can be with your husband, wife, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters, or society. So don't get even with the practicing meditation. Don't get it with the centered mind. I am. Come out as soon as possible, come out of the centered mind and start to observe. Why? Because in that observation, in that investigation, there is no self. When you come out of the self, in that very moment, you come out of the painful experience. So they develop more awareness. It develop more clarity inside you. So that way you can transform this pain to uplift your awareness, uplift your consciousness, uplift your clear comprehension, sati sampajanya. And otherwise, if you keep reminding it, if you hold it, remind it, if you get addicted to be with the pain or the unsatisfaction or the worry, sad, and remember, there is no medicine for that. You will take it with you. So then why you have to do that? Because you know you are the one who's suffering, not the other people, not the other world. So you are the one who. So then yourself, remember and come out of the centered mind. And then you will see there is something. But when you hold the pain, you cannot see it. The very good example for this is the story about the Kisa Gautami. So the Kisa Gautami was the woman during the Buddha's time, had one child, and this child had a severe disease and somehow the child died. So the mother didn't believe that. Mother used to take to the Ayurvedic doctors. And so first she went to a doctor and told, please help for my child. This child not talking, not moving. Can you help? So the doctor examined the child and knew this child is dead. But the doctors knew that they cannot explain this. Why? Because the mother was so sad, worried, and crying, and the doctor felt like helpless. And what that doctor tells, and he tells, oh sister, I cannot help for you. I don't have medicine for this disease. It's better you go to in the other side of the village. There is another doctor. Please go there. Maybe he can help. So then she carried this baby's dead body and then ran to the other doctor. And then he examined and he knew the situation the same like previous doctor. And he told, oh sister, I cannot help. I don't have any medicine. Why? Because sometimes they understand, they see that whatever they explain, this Kisa Gautami cannot understand. And then what he tells, he tells, please go to someone else. And then the doctor told, please, in the other side of the village, there is another doctor. Then she go there. So like that, she went to place, carrying this body. Why? Because this is my child, my child. That my child block her mind to see what happened to the child. So that's what happened everywhere. When you hold with, when your mind is stronger, you disconnect from the reality or the situation. That's why when your child or when your husband, when your wife, when your people do something, and sometimes some people don't care about it. When your party do some mistake, you say it's okay. But when the other party do that, and then you get mad about it. But the mistake is, you cannot see the mistake as a mistake, the wrong as wrong. Why? Because you hold it to, oh, this is my party, this is my husband, this is my wife, this is my child, this is my friend, this is my nation, this is my country. So like that we hold it. So while you become centered, what is happening? You disconnect from reality. So then the Kisagotami went to the Buddha, and the one doctor, and then that doctor told, I cannot do this, but there is one person can help for this. That is the Buddha. He is at the temple. This time, please go there. So she ran to the temple, and she didn't know about the Buddhism or anything. She didn't care about anything. That she just went to the in front of the Buddha and told, please, can you help for me to cure my child? So the Buddha understood the situation and where are the blockages. And then what the Buddha said, of course, sister, I can help you. But to make some medicine, I need certain ingredients. So first I need some mustard seed. The seed told, oh, it is very simple, I can bring it. Then the Buddha said, yeah, you can bring it, but be very careful. It is a very secret, auspicious medicine I'm going to make, and bring it in a family that no one died. And then she went and knocked the door to the neighbor, and they opened the door and asked, how I can help? I need some mustard seed. Okay, it is very simple, because everywhere people have that, and gave. And by receiving it, and her heart, that she asked, by the way, is there anybody died in this family? Oh, my father died. And then, no, this is not good. And it is not clean. So then she went to the next house. Oh, my mother died last month. And then she went to the, oh, my brother died. She went to the next house. Oh, my sister died. She went to the next house. Oh, my child died. So like that whole village. And when she go little by little further, so what happened? She started to understood that whatever we experience is common. And she came out of that self-centered experience. And why? Because she started to see everywhere that how people see things, that how people experience that. And then she came back to the temple knowingly this death is common to everyone. So then the Buddha explained the very nature of life. See, this same thing happened to us. So this happened 2,600 years ago. And most of Buddhist people know this story. But still, when something happened to us, we personalize it. We get it with the self-centered mind. That's why by hearing a story, it doesn't make any sense. You have to see the very essence of the story and apply it to your life with the very simple little things. Maybe your child not going to die like as a Kisa Gautam is. But remember, when your cup broken, your plate broken, if something little whatever you use, your pencil broke, let your children to handle that with the knowingly the very nature of the world. When if the child breaks something, and sometimes parents punish and shout, and telling why you do this, why you do that. And then the subconscious mind start to develop a method not to break things and not to accept that kind of situations. But there is another way you can educate the children. And the glass is itself breakable. That's the very nature of the glass. So when you say the word glass, the form arises with the breakable nature. There is no glass cannot break in the world. So then if you give glass to the children, you have to teach them the very nature of the glass. If otherwise, if the child break the glass, you cannot blame to the child, because if the child doesn't know the very nature of the glass, and by mistake or knowingly or unknowingly, it can break. So like that, always remember, when we schooling ourselves, when we schooling our children, when we educate ourselves, and when we listen to Dharma or we follow the Dharma, so we ourselves, we have to get that very essence to our life. If you able to get that, you are the most lucky person in this world, because during this time period, you have opportunity to absorb lot of teachings to your life and come out of this unnecessary pain or the unsatisfaction, worry, sadness like that. So that is very important, that is very necessary. When we look at the world, the most of people mentally have some pain. That pain, that wounded mind, little by little, can create a disease inside. So that disease we cannot cure through these pharmaceutical products. So then remember yourself, little by little, recognize the very nature, and don't get anything with the self-centered mind, and always try to get out of it and start to observe. In that observation, you see what it is and you recognize the reality of it. That is the way to come out of the pain, even the physical pain and even the mental pain. So in the beginning, try to do it with the physical pain, little by little, and observe, and don't personalize, don't observe, don't get with the self-centered idea, and observe it as pain, and then you will see it will change. That understanding will help you to go to your mind. So whatever happened in the past, get a little incident and observe, and the very thing you will recognize, that incident related with the time and the space. So then you are in a different timeline and different space today. So itself you will understand it's not going to happen anymore, and you are completely different person. So, and the change that happening moment by moment, once you able to recognize each and every moment, you can live without pain. That doesn't mean without pain means, that doesn't mean that there are not things going to, things will happen. Things will happen, but maybe that things going to become difficult, but it's not going to become any more painful to your mind. So that is where you going to become more calm, relaxed, and comfortable. So with that, I bless upon everyone. With this good practice, may all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbitiyo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata ca ammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.